Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. This is the PsiX versus dLife Validity Team League playoffs quarterfinals, and unfortunately we have started the stream late because nobody was actually scheduled to cast it. So I am going to go ahead and cast it for you. I think they played the first two games. So I know they were up 1-0. I'm not sure what happened after the second game. Let me go ahead and actually check it to see. Okay, so it's 1-1 so far. Good Target won the second match, so score is currently 1-1. And we're about to head into our third game here. This is a best of 7 all kill format. Two platinums and 2 diamonds if you don't know by now. So I believe we're just waiting for them to create the lobby, and then we'll start the game as soon as that is done. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and drink a sip of this nice cold water. Alright, looks like I was just informed that dLife is actually gonna forfeit their second plat spot. So they are gonna move on to the diamonds. They're diamond players now, so we are gonna be Sonic Aftermath is gonna be up 2-1. I guess they couldn't field a second plat player. So, and to be honest, you know, these days with these new MMR range, it's kind of hard to actually get some platinums and even go players to play in team leagues. They're kind of like a rare commodity at this point. Like they're going extinct, and it's like you know, just really difficult to find you know, those tier league players, you know, in the gold or platinums. And it looks like the I guess the fourth game now, technically, since we're up 2-1, is going to be on Dreamcatcher. So their first diamond player will be facing our second plat player. Looks like we have some dLife and PsiX viewers in the chat, so welcome all. Volsakis rooting for a PsiX versus Cranky finals. You know, I wouldn't be. That wouldn't be too bad. Cranky, of course, the host for the sea duckling and the Master Swan tournaments. All right, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Let's get the updated score. 2-1. Oops. 2-1. All right, there we go. All right, spawning at the 5 o'clock position on Dreamcatcher. This is the pink Terran representing dLife. It is Iced, who is also, I believe, captaining their team. So always awesome to see the captain play as well. Here spawning at the 10 o'clock position. It is the green Zerg player for Psionic Aftermath. It is Good Target. So we have ourselves a ZVT, and automatically I would say, just based off of the map, it is going to favor Terran, just because I feel like this cliff area right here, near the 3rd and the 4th, is very favorable to Terran when they go for like those tank pushes. It's just a really good place to siege up your tanks, abuse the map terrain, and yeah, it just favors Terran, I believe. But also, because Iced is a diamond player, that automatically favors him on paper. Now, it doesn't mean that Good Target can't win, but you know, this is a diamond versus platinum player at this point, so on paper, of course, it will automatically favor the diamond player. Now, Good Target is going to go for a standard opening. She's not going to cheese it, and usually when you're facing against a player that is higher tier, there is a good chance that one of the players will go ahead and cheese, just because, you know, sometimes cheese is a way to kind of even out that skill difference. But looks like Good Target is going to go ahead and play out, while Iced is going to open for a standard himself. He did open a second gas, so that kind of signals to me that he is going to go for that maybe 1-1-1 build, because that gas has to go into something. Now there is certainly a potential that Ice is going to go for a double cyclone push with that reactor into the factory into the reactor. But it looks like, oh, actually no, he is going to throw down a second factory, so he is going full on mech here. I actually quite like this, because again, this map is just really good layout for tanks, and then so ideally it's really good for mech as well. You can run the Hellions to the sides for harass, and while the tank kind of sits at home to kind of secure your bases. Now, Good Target is actually opened up for a with an early evolution chamber, so she might go ahead and just rely on early lings here to kind of help her defend. But she's also made a spine crawler, oddly enough, at the mineral line, which is quite interesting, because there wasn't any indication of any big pushes that would force Good Target to actually make that a spine crawler. And plus, you wouldn't put a spine crawler there, you actually put the spine crawler right here to defend the natural. But I guess she's maybe she has had past games where she's gotten harassed right here a lot of times, maybe, I'm not sure. But she will go ahead and try to secure her natural mineral line at the very least, and while throwing in third down as well. So she is going to go for that macro game here, and soon enough she will scout this Hellion and Cyclone, which might give her some indication that there is mech play going on, because so far she's actually not have gotten a lot of scouting information, and did not even go ahead and scout with those lings. Kind of lost those lings for nothing. So at this point, Iced with you could just see the skill difference macro wise. 67 supply to 42. You would think that the Zerg is the one with the 68 supply, but no, it's actually Ice, the Terran player, that is up 20 supply at this point. And here we go. This is going to be a scary attack here. What does Good Target have? She has Actually, she moved her spine crawler. Oh man, what an unfortunate time to move your spine crawler. And right now she's making lings. Lings are gonna do absolutely nothing against these cyclones and hellbat. And ice might just straight up win here. That spine crawler is getting some good pot shots, but it's just not enough to clean up this huge army force. And oh no, these lings kind of spawning right in front of the hellbats automatically gets burned down, and these drones gotta evacuate. Roach Warren gets down. Oh my god, look at that. That is some really low life drones there. Roach Warren gets sniped, so no more roaches for a good target, and that is probably the best counter for her at this point, but it's just gonna be lings at this point. And let me go ahead and actually mute the Discord so you don't hear that anymore. But anyhow, Ice is eating away at that lair there, and I think he's gonna get it. Yep, he gets it. And at this point, all these drones are stuck. Oh no, poor drones. They were innocent. They didn't do anything to you. But this is the art of war. You gotta sometimes sacrifice the innocent to win the war, and Ice is definitely gonna force a good target to GG and will tie up the score 2-2. Alyson asked what the MMR difference is. Let's go ahead. Good target is 3.2 MMR, while Iced is 3.65 MMR. So about a 400 MMR difference. So that's significant enough, I think. But well played by Iced. We'll tie it up for dLife, and the Psionic Aftermath will have their first diamond player up to play against Ice, and this is going to be the tiebreaker. Whoever wins this will lead their team to a match point, because this is a best of 7, so first team to go to 4 wins will win the series. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Light VIP saying, yeah, this map is rough versus T. Yeah, it's pretty much a Terran favored map. So, I mean, not to say that it's like terribly favoring Terran, like to the point where you just can't win at all as a Zerg or Protoss, but definitely would give the inch to the Terran player. Looks like Senseki is in the chat rooting for PsiX. Let us meet in the finals. Well, currently it's the quarterfinals, so definitely we'll have to win the quarterfinals first, then we'll have to win the semifinals in order to get to the finals. Now, this is a very competitive season. Just in Group A alone, I believe there was a 3-way tie of 5-2 score between 3 teams, maybe. Wait, actually, let me go ahead and recheck that just to make sure. Yeah, so Group A was Guns and Roaches, Team Unrivaled, and Psionic Aftermath, all tied with a 5-2 record, and the map score was basically the difference between the standings or the placing. So very competitive in Group A. However, we're playing Group B at this point, which also ended with a 5-2 record. So basically, PsiX Aftermath, who placed third in the standings, finished with a 5-2 record, which is similar to dLife, which placed second in their group with a 5-2 record. So pretty even matched series we have here so far. Alright, looks like our next game will be on Cerulean Fall. This will be our 5th game here, as the score is tied currently 2-2. This will be the tiebreaker here. And both players are diamond. Let's go ahead and check out. Again, Ice is 1.65-ish MMR. Sashaman is 3.9 MMR. So we have a good difference there as well. But anything can happen. Both of them are diamond players. We shall see what is about to happen as we start our 5th game here. Alrighty, guys. Here, spawning at the bottom left corner of the map. He just won the last game to tie up the series 2-2. He is the pink Terran representing dLife. It is Iced. And at the top right corner of the map, we have our blue Zerg player. He is from Psionic Aftermath, looking to give PsiX the 3-2 lead. He is none other than Sashaman. Alright, since Sashaman is a Zerg player, we're gonna have another ZVT. However, Sashaman is hoping for a different outcome than last game. And Iced, looking like he's gonna open up pretty standard again with a gas and racks, no proxies, as usually proxies these days are kind of the meta for Terran these days, but I don't think proxies are as frequent in TVZ. I think they're more frequent in TVP and sometimes in TVT as well. But TVZ, I haven't seen a lot of Terrans actually proxy as frequently. And I think maybe because Zerg has the best early game advantage because of the spawning pool. They can get, you know, the Zerglings out faster than, let's say, a Protoss can get out an Adept or a Stalker. So usually I think Terran would kind of decide to go ahead and just place their buildings in their main instead. Now, one thing about this map is that the natural, there's actually some limitations. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I think, yeah, you can hide the Overlord here as well as here. But you can't stay with your Overlord too long because right here, there's not, you can actually get sniped. But looks like Ice has elected to go for Reaper, so Sashaman does not have to worry about that, his Overlord getting sniped by a Marine. Instead, Sashaman is going for an early dirt base here before the Reaper gets here, so he can't deny it. And oh, actually, is the Lings going to bypass the Reaper? No, the Reaper just scouts it in time. Oh, hiding behind the bushes, which is really smart of Sashaman there. So we do have this little bush area that's kind of, that can sometimes play a role in terms of during the battles. You can hide your units behind those bushes and kind of sneak attack your opponent. But in the meantime, we do have, oh, we actually have a 3 Clover bit chair from Nemesis. Thank you, Nemesis, for the 3 bit chairs. Appreciate the support. And oh, nice catch there by Sashaman, catching the Reaper. So no more scouting, no more creep denial by the Reaper, which is gonna be a good peace of mind for Sashaman. So right now, if Sashaman wanted, he can actually mass produce a bunch of Lings and go across the map. But instead, I think it's better for him to actually not do that, because there are actually 4 Hellions out in the map, and Roach 1 just finished for Sashaman, so he will have some answer for those Hellions, because Hellions basically tickles those roaches. They don't really do much to roaches. And looks like Sashaman will split his links to those expansion areas to help deny that command center from dropping down, but he does have one Overlord in the center that will spot the Hellion move out. Now, what does Sashaman has? He doesn't really have much. Oh, 5 roaches about to pop. I think he should be able to defend against this with just the queens. But will the Hellions commit? Oh, he was about to commit, but those roaches right there just to deny it. But there is a Cloak Banshees for Ace, and there is actually no detection for Sashaman. Does he have a lair? He does not even have a lair to get the Overseer. Oh no, this third is gonna be gonna not be able to be mined for quite a while if the Banshees stays there. But it looks like he will go ahead into the natural and actually might just lose this Banshee. Oh no. He does go down, but he did kill 4 drones, so at least went down with some kills, then not going down in vain. But Sashaman now is going to be able to kind of secure his third base with a Spore Crawler, as well as get the Overseer, as the lair is about to finish. So no more drone kills there, at least not much. And that will allow him to actually just mass produce drones at this point, while he is going to go across the map with 6 Ravagers and 3 Roaches. Ice does have a few Hellions and 2 Cyclones, so I think he should be good. But this wall of supply depot, I think, might actually go down here. However, Sashaman might need a bit of vision to actually start doing Corrosive Bows. Oh, it actually kills the second Banshee there. So really nice catch there by Sashaman. Ice just did not pay attention at that point, and just losing a Banshees for absolutely no nothing in return. And I mean, there is the third Banshee, so I think these Ravagers and Roaches won't do too much at this point. In the meantime, Ice is getting a third base, as well as adding more production buildings. Actually going for he's going for mech. He's got 4 factories, so definitely going for mech here. However, when you're going mech, you do not want to lose your units one by one. So this is going to decrease the amount. Oh my god, losing a third Banshee again. These Corrosive Bow has been money, but bad micro by Ice there, not moving his Banshees, and all of a sudden this attack that should have been thwarted away easily has now become a real problem for Ice. And Sashaman killing a bunch of SCVs as SCV needs to be pulled. Tank is out, but again, these Corrosive Bow is going to be able to clean this up no problem. And Sashaman, I think, just might have done it here. GG from Ice, and Sashaman is going to put up PsiX up 3-2. 1 win away from closing out the series here. So well done there by Sashaman. Ice, I think, potentially could have actually turned the game to his favor with that Cloak Banshee and no Spore and no Lair. But carelessly losing those Banshees, I think were the main turning point for the game and allowed Sashima to just outright kill him there. Because again, if he kept those Banshee alive, those Ravagers and Roaches not going to be able to do much, because they would have to retreat, or Sashima would just have to sacrifice them. So those Banshee, usually in those games, when you're going for a Banshee and the Zerg player is going for Roaches and Ravagers, Banshees is basically your key answer to dealing with them. Tanks can deal with them, but with Corrosive Bow, they can be picked off pretty easily. So you gotta save those Banshees and make sure you don't lose them, so that you can actually clean up those Roaches and Ravagers. So unfortunate there by Iced, but well played by Sashaman, and he is going to play the second diamond, the last player, the ace player of Daily Life, which will be Timing G Priest, it seems. Now he is at about 4.2k MMR. So on paper he will be the favored one against Sashaman, who is at about 3.9. However, 4.1 and 3.9k aren't too far apart that it will make too much big of a difference. I would still say it will be a near 50-50 matchup. I think maybe 51-49 in favor of dLife's player, Timing Priest. Timing Priest. But we shall see. It looks like the next map we'll be playing on will be on Blue Shift. Sorry there, just getting a sip of my water there. As we're about to start this next game. Looks like both players are, oh no, yeah, it looks like both players are ready here. And here we go. We're about to start our 6th game. Current score is 3-2 in favor of PsiX. dLife is looking to tie this up, send it to the 7th game. All right, I guess we're gonna have another TVZ here. Looks like we're gonna go ahead, just update the score. And all right, here we go. Let's go introduce our players. At the top right, with a really straightforward win from last game, he is the blue Zerg for Psionic Aftermath. It is Sashaman. And at the bottom left, we have our red Terran player from the team of dLife. He is needing your prayers. He is Timing Priest. Alright, like I said, another TVZ. Now, one thing, again, to know about this map is that there is a good amount of surface area at the main base. So Reaper can jump in and out, so they can go into the natural as well as the main base. So I suspect that Timing Priest is going to go for a Reaper opening here, because it's just really good map for Reaper. Sashaman going to go ahead and actually keep his second Overlord there, just in case there's any proxies and the SCV throw down the bunker. But should note that there is no proxies, no shenanigans, no cheese coming from Timing Priest. As Timing Priest, he's an honorable guy, you know. He's a priest himself, so he's got to be in his best behavior to the Lord and Savior of God. He wants to go to the heaven area, not the hell area when he dies. And looks like Sashaman, knowing that there's no shenanigans, will start to move his second Overlord into position. And actually gotta be careful with that first Overlord, as there is a Marine. Actually, he did not open up with a Reaper, he opened up with a Marine here. Oh no, did not get into position. Loses that Overlord. Oh man, as you don't want to lose your Overlord as a Zerg in the early game. I mean, if you lose it at like the 10-minute mark, it's okay. You still got plenty of Overlords. But at the early game, where resources are scarce, you do not want to make a 100 invest 100 minerals into another Overlord, as well as get supply blocked here. So unfortunate for Sashaman. Timing Priest gonna go open up with a 1-1-1 build. So will we see another Banshee opening similar to last game? If there's a tech lab on that barracks, looks like it's gonna be a Banshee opening. Could be a Raven, but I suspect a Banshee opening. Sashaman will have to make sure that he throws down Spore Crawlers at the correct time, because last time he did not actually have any Spore Crawlers and was not prepared for those Banshee. Hopefully this time will be different, of course, but Timing Priest making his natural, and it's actually pretty wide open. There's actually not much here. There is 2 Hellions, so can kill these Lings. Oh wow, actually did not kill those Lings immediately, so those Lings will get a little bit of a surround, but I don't think it will do too much, as there are 4 Hellions with 2 Marines and a Viking, so I don't think Sashaman will be losing those Lings without any damage done to the Terran player. Now Sashaman immediately throwing some creep to connect his second and third bases, which I love, as well as start creeping towards your opponent's base through the middle, because usually the Terran will come through the middle if they're doing a big attack. Sashaman is getting that Baneling's Nest. Last game he actually went for the Roach Warren, but this time he's going for a Baneling's Nest. So he is going to go ahead and try to maybe bust his opponent, but it could just be for a defensive it could be just defensive Banelings for maybe a Hellbat push that Terran usually can do with those Banshees. But actually no, it looks like no Banshees out. Looks like you just went for a Viking and just had the tech lab on the barracks to reach your stem. So I guess I was mistaken here. It's not going to be a Banshee opening, and it looks like Liberator and Viking will come across the map. Sashaman again with just throwing down his Spore Crawlers now. Should be in time before those that Liberator comes through. So, and he has the Queen, so I think he should be safe. All right, nice scout by Sashaman. We'll be able to get a good scouting area, but on the other side of the map, there is a Liberator gonna get no drone kills. Oh, and actually, will he just lose these 2 Liberators for no damn? Oh my god. That is so unfortunate for Timing Priest. Sending out 2 Liberators and just doesn't get anything done. He's going to get some damage done, try to get some damage done with these Hellions. But with all these Lings and Queens, I think Sashaman is going to be A-okay. Cleans that up, no problem. Did he even get a drone? Oh my god, he didn't even get a drone there with those. So he sacrificed 4 Hellions and 2 Liberators and does not get a single drone. I mean, you cannot ask for a better opening for Sashaman. I mean, if I was in Sashaman's shoes, I would feel pretty good at this point. And to be honest, if he went for a Mass Ling Baneling attack, or like right now, I think he could actually just outright win the game here. To be honest. Because there is not much here. There's 1 tank and just only just a few Marines. However, it looks like Sashaman is going to elect to go for a Hydralisk then. So he will go for that Hydralisk Ling Bangling composition, which could actually be pretty strong. Now looks like those pesky lings will delay this CC from going down. And what can Timing Priest do? He can't really do much because he only has losing those Liberators and Hellions. He doesn't have a lot of army to defend, but now he does. He's gonna go ahead and try to clean this up finally. But in the meantime, it looks like Sashaman is electing to throw down his 4th. Creep spread is spreading like wildfire. Prayers to those who are living in California right now and suffering those that mass fire. Hope everybody is safe. Hopefully they can contain it and the fire can be died down. In the meantime, looks like Timing Priest is gonna try to do another attack with his Liberator, but is in range of the Queen. But actually, no, he's gonna go back out, rely on the Spore to do the damage, and does finally get some drone kills. Gets a 4, I believe, 4 drone kills there. All right. Oh wow, this is actually a pretty quick hive here. It's like a 8-minute 45-second high tech, which is Sashaman can do because again he cleaned up all the early harass pretty early, so there's not a lot of army that could have followed up and done a lot of damage to Sashaman. So he took the advantage there and just invested in a faster hive, which will open up Spire Tech. No, not Greater Spire Tech as well as Ultralisk Den Tech. But Sashaman's going to have to be careful. He does have the Watchtower, so he actually sees the move out, which is nice for him, and that's great. You got, you know, he does have the vision with the creep, but getting that extra vision with the Watchtower is going to allow him to prepare sooner than later for this tank Marine push. Now, Central Fugu Hooks is about to finish. That will definitely help in this engagement. And he's definitely going to have to be careful with it. Oh, actually, he's sneaking in a few Banelings during this attack. Is he going to be able to pay attention? Yes, he does. Timing Priest catches that. Unfortunate for Sashaman, he did not go for the third, which was undefended, but his main worry here is to defend against this attack. And here we go. He is diving in. Ling Banelings connecting on those Marines. Oh man, a bunch of that Banelings did connect with the tank instead. But does Sashaman have enough to clean this up? I think he barely will have enough with the reinforcements, but I think Timing Priest did have the better end of that engagement, I think. Oh no, he's actually have another force down in the bottom here. I think Sashaman just kind of got greedy there, went for the high tech and did not get enough units to defend against this, and all of a sudden the Timing Priest takes down the 4th base. It looks like he might take down the 3rd base as well, and oh no, getting all these drone kills as well. Oh man, Sashaman does clean up a bunch of the army on the top, but does not able to clean out in the bottom as well, so has to GG, and Timing Priest will tie it up 3-3 and sends it to the 7th and last match there. So well done by Timing Priest, gets the win for dLife, and it's coming down to the wire, guys. Ace match on the way. If there was ever a time where the players need your support, it would be now. So go ahead and spam which team you are rooting for to win this last game and go to the semifinals. And we shall see as soon as the game gets started here. Wonder what map they're gonna choose. I'm not sure which map was chosen for the first 2 games. I believe Acid Plant was one of them, but I don't know the last map that's available. Which map did we not play on? Let's see. We played on Dreamcatcher. We played on Blue Shift. Played on, I believe Acid Plant was played on. Cerulean Fall we played on. What map am I forgetting? Oh, Lost and Found. Lost and Found, I don't think we played on yet. They might have played that in the first game though. We shall see. Alright, let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh, it looks like, I think, yeah, Lost and Found, they say it should be open. So I guess Lost and Found will be the last map here. Nemesis says, I wish Liberators at my base die like that. Oh man, don't we all? Don't we all? That's bad. Liberators always thinking they can camp over my Nexus while distracting me. Phoenix says, if only DTs could attack air. No, that would be pretty OP though, if DTs can attack air. I mean, even as a Protoss player, I would say DTs attacking air would be kind of OP. I mean, how would they even attack air? They only have this little side blade on their arm. They can't really shoot things, right? Unless they have like a really strong jumping abilities where they could jump into the air and swipe their opponent with their little slicer hands, then I don't really see how DTs can attack air, but I'm sure Blizzard could think of something. Alright, Listen says Acid Plant was first. Parasite was second. Okay, so yeah, looks like Lost and Found will be our last map, which is actually really surprising to me because I feel like Lost and Found is one of the popular maps. Like I would have thought that they would choose Lost and Found like way early in the games, but I guess not, which is pretty odd to me. Let's go ahead and update the score. 3-3. Here we go, guys. This is the last match of the night. It is at the top right, the red Zerg player representing Psionic Aftermath, looking to close out the series. It is Wilmus. And with an impressive win at the bottom left corner of the map, he is from Team dLife. It is the Blue Terran. It is Timing Priest. Alright, I feel like this is like our 6 millionth ZVT of the series, because I have not casted any other matchups besides TVZ in this VTO quarterfinals, I feel like. But again, I'm not mad about that because TVZ is actually one my favorite matchup to watch. So no complaints here. I mean, of course, it would have been nice, I think, for everybody to have like a different matchup, but for me personally, I'm not complaining. I like TVZ, so I'm okay with it. But anyhow, looks like Timing Priest electing to go for a standard open. It looks like both players, I think, throughout players from both teams throughout the whole series I've decided to just play this honorably, without any cheese, without any shenanigans. They're gonna just go ahead and rely on their skills to help them with this win, get their team into the semifinals. And this Overlord, remember Sashaman last game. Oh no, not Sashaman. Oh, actually, yeah, Sashaman last game did lose the Overlord. So gotta be careful with these Overlords. And actually, he will be able to spot this Overlord. So, oh my God, is he just gonna let this Overlord live? Oh my God. So luckily for Wilmus, he will save that Overlord for the meantime, at least. But we'll get at least some scouting information. Does not actually scout that factory, but does see the reactor on the barracks. All right, let's see what Wilmus is going for. It looks like he's just droning up at this point, getting that link speed. Actually, is continuing mining gas. So I'm suspecting that a Roach Warren or a really quick lair is on the way, because you know you gotta invest those gas into something. He does have up to 200 gas, so definitely saving that for something. And I think finally this Overlord will be picked off with the high ground area of those Marines. So a little note for you guys. Oh, actually, Caveman, aka Pitfall, has elected to donate 55 bits to the channel. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the support. We here at Psionic Aftermath appreciate it. Oh, okay. Looks like a little poke there by Wilmus, but will not be able to do enough damage as there are a good amount of units. And actually, I think this might be a timing push because there is a bunch of Marines without stem yet. Okay, so this is the 2-1-1 here. So this is going to be a double medevac Marine stem timing. And Wilmus needs to find this out because that attack is coming like really soon. The stem is about 50% done. So okay, so he does have his Bailing Nest, so that's actually good for him. At least he will have something to deal with those Marines. However, those are going to be slow bailing, so he needs to get some creep spread down at the bottom, at the third, before this attack comes. Alright, we do not have any spotters yet. Oh, actually, he's going to go down to the other side. So the Wilmus is not going to scout this until like the last minute here. Luckily for him, there is some type of creep, so he will be able to spot that. But will it be enough in time for him to mass up enough army to defend against this? This is going to be a scary attack. Stim is about to finish here. Marine and Hellion. Oh, those Hellbats are morphing in. And here we go. This is going to be a really crucial attack here. This could decide basically the outcome of this match. Will he have enough? Oh, Banelings kill the Hellbats, but does not connect with those Stim Marines. He does have 2 Banelings still on the way. Oh my God, that was the money Bailing hit he needed there. If Timing Priest had microed that any better, he would have saved those Marines. But that Bailing, that first Bailing in the front, connected with all those Marines and allowed the Wilmus to defend against that. So well done there. With that 2-1-1 build, the double medevac Marine push, you need to do a good decent amount of damage to actually get ahead. If not, even Timing Priest knew that with that one Bailing. If you do not actually get enough damage done, the Zerg player is gonna be way ahead. I mean, you can see it, 52 workers to 34. Now, mind you, Timing Priest does have his dirt base, but Wilmus has already thrown down his 4th base after holding that attack, because he knows that after holding that attack, there's not going to be much army for Timing Priest to attack him with or to harass him with. Even getting down a macro hatch at his main, and Wilmus is looking to be in a great position so far, looking to close out the series, looking to send Psionic Aftermath into the semifinals. However, Timing Priest is going to try and attempt to come back into this, to crawl his way back with these drops, double prong attack coming down at the 4th base as well as the dirt base of Wilmus. Wilmus does not actually scout that despite having Overlords and Creep, so they're not paying attention to his mini map, but will be able to clean up the one in the... Oh, actually, never mind. He does not have much units here at the main, and 2 queens going down. Oh no, is this where Wilmus lets Timing Priest get back into the game here? Okay, so I don't think he suffered too much damage. I mean, throwing away 2 queens is not the best, but he did not suffer too many economic damage there. So I think Wilmus is fine still. He's up to 70 workers against 45 workers. Basically, just mass producing drones here without a care in the world. And Timing Priest actually looking to be a little bit greedy himself, actually throwing down a really quick 4th here, but does get delayed here by that Ling, which is pretty nice for Wilmus. So both players are just going to macro up hard and send this into the late game here. Oh my god, is he actually going to get this 4th? No cancel on the 4th. Timing Priest did not cancel that, did not recuperate the minerals there. A good win, 1 Ling for 400 minerals. That's a good trade for Wilmus, of course. Central Fuku Hooks is on the way, is almost about to be done for Wilmus, which will be really helpful if he decides to attack. He does have a good amount of Ling, Bailing, and Hydra, so this might actually coincide well with his 2+1/1 upgrades. You can make a +1/1 timing push, which would be really nice, and kind of kill this dirt here. Oh no, actually it's +2/1 actually. Timing Priest does already have the +1/1, so he does have an upgrade advantage here. And these Hydralisks, there's no tanks here to actually help defend against these Hydralisks. And a bunch of supply depot has to be cancelled. Oh, actually a little bit of a run by I think there, but tank positioned correctly for Timing Priest will be able to defend against that. Alright, let's see what Wilmus does. Does he decide to attack here? Nope, it looks like he's actually gonna go for a hive. So he is gonna tech up to hive here. And will probably go into maybe Ultralisk. No, actually, yeah, Ultralisk will be a good answer. He does have the melee attack already for his links and banelings. So I think Broodlords might be later on, but I think Ultralisk would be the first choice if he gets the hive tech here. Alright, let's see. Income graph. Looks like Wilmus with that 76 worker is getting ahead economically, and actually gotta be careful. Okay, so it looks like this is one of those classic cases where Wilmus is way ahead economically with the workers, but look at the army supply, 112 to 988 at this point. Nice 11 SCV pickup there by Wilmus. So if he can defend against this attack, oh no, he's throwing away a bunch of his army. He cannot afford to throw away. Now Timing Priest is ahead about 30 army supply. This is going to be a really scary time for Wilmus. because Timing Priest, he has a significant army supply. Oh, actually, kind of careless there. Okay, so that turned out to be a good trade at first, but committing to the tank, I'm not sure if that was the best attack. He needs to macro up. He needs to get enough army to defend against this. If he can defend against this, he'll be in a really great position because Timing Priest is down to 39 workers. This is a really crucial time for Wilmus. Timing Priest looking to kind of, if this was ever a time to win the game, is at this point, because as the game goes on, he's going to get further and further behind. He's trying to clean up the creep tumors, but it's going to be quite a while until he actually cleans up the entire creep tumors. And actually, this might just allow Wilmus enough time, buy enough time for him to mass up enough army. Actually, now all of a sudden his army is now ahead of Timing Priest, 72 to 55. So he did it. He bought enough time with the creep tumors and that the Baneling Ling and Hydra's force. And oh no, do not want to engage on creep. The creep allows the Zerg to get more speed, so that's why Terran usually clean up the creep tumors before attacking, before committing to the attack. And oh my god, Wilmus going for another counterattack while this attack is going on. And oh my god, there is absolutely nothing. More SCVs going down. Wilmus just outmaneuvering Timing Priest, even buying enough time for Vipers. Oh, actually, is Timing Priest gonna be able to move on in here? I think. No, this is just too few Marines. I think he should be. Wilmus should be okay. Timing Priest finally able to clean up the Hydralisk and Baneling force of Wilmus at his natural, but again, a few more SCVs going down. Now, on the other side, Timing Priest did get actually 12 drones, so it's not too bad. But again, look at the worker count. 84 to 24. At this point, he's like he's 60 workers ahead. Timing Priest lost his army advantage, and he is down way ahead worker wise. The one thing I think maybe he got going for him is that his upgrades is 3-3, while Wilmus is plus 3-1-2. So Timing Priest with the upgrade advantage, but at a certain point, upgrades advantage is kind of rendered useless when you have such a huge army as well as such a huge bank, which Wilmus is about to have, because again, 80 workers. I mean, Timing Priest, got his work cut out for him. Now he does have 4 CCs against the 5 hatcheries of Wilmus. Wilmus is kind of mined out in his main, but also Timing Priest is kind of mined out in his main as well. So it's going to be a difficult climb, but it's I don't know. Is there some way for Timing Priest to get back into this game? He will definitely needs a few good engagements in order to climb his way back, but it looks like Wilmus is not giving him the time to do so. Yang Dux coming down for the Vipers, cleans up the tanks, and that is crucial because every tank that you lower at this point is going to be a huge when you can't, he doesn't get to the optimal amount of tanks, and that planetary gets sniped down. The swarm has come, and Wilmus will take the 7th game for Psionic Aftermath and send them to the semifinals. Well played there by Wilmus. Timing Priest did put up a good fight. dLife did put up a good hold, good front, good games from them, but Psionic Aftermath, proving to be the better team today, will be able to advance to the semifinals. And GG, guys. So after our 10th millionth TVZs. We are here with a 4-2 win for Psionic. 4-3 win for Psionic Aftermath. Well done for dLife again for reaching the quarterfinals. Hopefully they can improve and make it further into the playoffs next season. But yeah, we conclude our VTL match, quarterfinal match today. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. Hope you guys enjoyed the TVZs. Hope you guys maybe learned something from the games as well. And hope you guys also have a great night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And this wraps it up. This is your friendly neighborhood puppy dog signing out.